Ladies and gentlemen, this night is dedicated to Mr. Rudy Ray Moore!
Yes! I'm the player! The pussy surveyor! My old dick is long and hard as stone.
Say that, son, say that.
I just love to make a broad moan and groan.
Easy, baby.
I used to be young, dumb, and full of cum, and now I'm slick and pack a whole lot of dick.
Shit!
And always ready to turn a trick.
Say it.
With this big old long dick that I used in Africa for walking.
Get on, get on, get on.
I f***ed everything hot and holler.
How?
From a stovepipe to a mule's flower. I f***ed the ape and the cape and the goat and the coat and the cat and the hat and the pig and a wig. You know what? I f***ed Siamese twins. They were joined at their spine.
Look out, son.
I stuck it in one of them's pussy and it come out the other's behind.
Bad Dolemite. Yeah. Hey, Dolemite.
I'm the bad Dolemite.
Say what?
So bad. I'm the bad Dolemite. Bad Dolemite. Bad Dolemite. The bad Dolemite.
Yeah.
Bad Dolemite.
I was born in Fort Smith, Arkansas, but I migrated to Cleveland, Ohio in my teenage years. Grew up in Cleveland, went to the Army, come out at the age of 22. Then I migrated to Los Angeles in search for a singing career. My first performing career was an interpretive dancer. That is someone that dances to the jungle drums, and they do work with African rhythms and Hindu rhythms. I was that type of a dancer, and then we call it adagio dancing also.
You gotta step it up and go. You gotta step it up and go, yes!
My first singing career started on King Federal Records. I was produced by one of the great producers of that time, Mr. Ralph Bass. I did a record called Step It Up and Go that almost got to be a hit. And I made records for Duto Records. That's a label that exploited Red Fox. Tootsie Williams was the owner of the label. He come to the California Club and saw me on stage working and asked me to do a record for his label. I did a record called Below the Belt, another one called Let's Come Together. Neither one of them made it. And I want this to be known by the world that I was not able to make it in my singing career and had great, great songs because I was hid behind singers like Pat Boone and other white singers that had the airways, and I was not able to get a break at that time.
This is Rudy Ray Moore. I am at the Record Center of the West, which is Dolphins of Hollywood. 2 locations. I am at the one on Vernon and Central.
I worked at a record store because I wanted to get into the record business and learn how to manufacture and produce records. And the man that I worked for was John Dolphin of Dolphins of Hollywood. And he taught me the ropes of how to produce a record. Then I started making my own masters and producing my own records. In other words, I've been self-made all of my whole career. I first heard of Dolemite from a wino. I was working in Dolphins of Hollywood as their manager. There was a wino come in named Rico, and he wanted wanted me to give him some money for soup because he didn't have any teeth. So I told him, I said, used to hear him on the street corners doing all of these raps and rhymes and so forth. I said, Rico, you do Dolemite, I'm going to give you some money for some soup. He did Dolemite in the middle of the floor of the store where I was working, and the people just rolled. So I thought then, I said, no, he's not professional, and I'm a professional comedian. What if I did Dolemite? Sure enough, I invited him to my house to give him a little refund, some wine. He put Dolemite on tape. I recorded it, and the rest is history.
Some folks say that Willie Green was the baddest motherfucker the world ever seen. But I want you to light you up a joint, take a real good shit, and screw your wig on tight. And let me tell you about the little bad motherfucker called Dolemite.
Eat Out More Often, I made it. I carried it to the record distributors. The man that's in charge of distribution said, Rudy, says, what on earth you expect to do with this piece of shit? I said, sell it.
Hey, he slapped his pappy's face and said, from now on, cocksucker, I'm running this place. At the age of 1, he was drinking whiskey and gin. At the age of 2, he was eating the bottles that came in.
Then I put records in my car, driven across country, and passed them out in the ghetto areas of many of the major cities, handing them to street-loving people. And in Philadelphia, when I passed this record out, 2 days later, I had a smash hit by word of mouth.
But his dick was still hard. The preacher said ashes to ashes.
The company that picked it up was Kent Records. When I was carrying it over to another record company, they didn't want to give me no money. They wanted to give me $1,000. Well, I'd already got a $2,700 order off the record. I said, I can't do nothing with $1,000. The man says, Rudy, come back over here with that record. And they distributed me across country. After that, I recorded the second album, called This Pussy Belonged to Me, featured the Signifying Monkey. It hit the Billboard's best-selling charts within 2 weeks after it was released.
Dolemite albums are something that we as black men grow up listening to.
I have your albums from my mother. I used to steal my mother's Rudy Ray Moore albums.
I can say after hearing that, I knew what pussy was. I knew what it looked like. I never seen it, but he described it so well.
So drop your drawers and get your legs open wide. Cause I'm gonna knock open your pussy and put this load deep down inside.
I am the world's first comedian to come out doing X-rated words on a record.
Rudy's humor might have been on the risky side. He had some fly album covers.
You'd see these records and there'd be a whole bunch of butt-naked women and Rudy Ray Moore in the bed with a wig on doing some crazy stuff.
I wanted to be as shocking as I could be. The language was already shocking, but the album covers was erotic. And the people, some people would buy it merely for the album cover.
Gave $100 bill just to see this little girl of mine. She was the best whore on any block. She went from city to city, fucking the mayors, the senators, the presidents, and the whole government lot. Yeah. She sold some to a police.
Rudy was the backbone of the whole thing. And Rudy named me.
Queen Bee is a shit. Don't mess with Queen Bee.
Queen Bee is my name and fucking is my game. I know the game from A to Z, because ain't nothing a motherfucker can pull on me.
Lady Reed was a lady that I picked up to try to make a comedian and poetess out of. She made it well with me and went on the road and traveled with me as my co-star.
I'd like to bring to the floor the queen of the party records. Let's hear it, a big hand for the fabulous Lady Reed.
Like I said, use what you got to get what you want. If it's good pussy, sell it. If it's bad pussy, sell it. If it's fat pussy, skinny pussy, sell it. If it's young pussy, sell it. If it's old pussy, give it a shot of jackrabbit juice and geritol and sell that old motherfucker.
She quit before her death. She's passed about 3 years ago. But I got to take it off to Lady Reed. She was a very dear friend of mine and wrote several things for me, including one great one, "My Day Have Arrived."
Now the course has changed, and I'm pretty much on my way. The time has arrived, and it's my goddamn day.
It was in the context of his life as an artist struggling, you know, a black man struggling, trying to make it, and then trying to do something for his people. But I just felt like he wasn't appreciated enough. That's why I wrote that inspiration for My Day Arrived.
Your dreams get wasted, and your black ass slide back. So while I'm climbing this mountain, friends, have no fear. I'm gonna remember all when I needed someone who stood by that was near.
I will say that we toured, we lived in hotels that were not what you call AAA hotels, but she said, Rudy says, I don't mind staying wherever you put me. I have a son that I'm trying to send to college, and I need to save money. So we worked many places where I promoted the show.
See, at that time, streaking was out. And Rudy got this great grandson and he was gonna streak. And I just get in the corner and say, oh, Lord, help him. And he would just come straight on out streaking. He had the towel and flash it. But first the woman said, drop your drawers. I'm looking at ladies, drop your drawers. So Rudy decided to take the towel. And everybody wanted to see. Now I'm trying to get the women on my side, and they watching where Rudy Dick was, how long it was or what it was. Woman snatched the towel, he had to run out there naked with all his black ass out. I'm telling you. But it was fun.
She would go on before me and do her act, and then I'd sit in the booth and take the money. And when she's getting ready to come off, I would run back to the stage and she would run back to the booth.
I remember one time we were in Fort Worth, Texas, and I had so much of money, all in my drawers, all in my bra, and I couldn't give Rudy nothing at the place. I said, wait till you get home. And I'd unhook that bra and money just fall out everywhere.
So we had good times out there, you know, knowing that we could make it on our own.
So if I should get broke, I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm gonna get my kicks thinking about the swinging times that I've had.
I hope this is a hit.
One of my favorite memories of Rudy Ray Moore and myself, when we worked at the York Club here in Los Angeles. The club owner, Bob, he fired Rudy. And I said, well, if Rudy go, I go. So me and Rudy walked out and we shook hands. And he said, Paige, he said, one day we gonna become big stars.
Just being a record star with comedy records, that wasn't where I wanted to end up at. And I was never got on a screen if I had waited for somebody to put me on it. So the way I got on the screen was to put myself on it.
Well, where is he?
Breathing down your neck.
I put the little money that I had together and made the motion picture Dolemite, and lo and behold, I was made fun of that. People saying that fool is over there spending all this little money trying to make a motion picture that'll never get shown in a theater.
I know you think you're smart, see, because you got all them flashy clothes, you got that big car there, you got all them black bitches working for you.
You forgot about the white ones.
God rest his soul, DeVille Martin, who was the director, had told everybody this is a piece of shit and it wouldn't turn out to be anything, and he wasn't giving it its best. But however, the actors was giving it their best.
Just look at that damn Watergate scandal. Now, if the leader of our country is stealing and getting away clean. What the hell do they expect us to do?
Cause Dolemite ain't the type of nigga that just f around and do anything just cause they say here's a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I got to be whooping somebody's ass in this movie.
Bone-crushing, skull-splitting, brain-blasting action.
Let me tell you about the opening of Dolemite, played in Indianapolis, Indiana. And it was sold out at midnight for a midnight show.
It's nice to have seen you people, but fuck you, man.
I'm gonna kill Dolemite. I don't want no sweat. Let's turn the place out!
I had never seen so many people. It took me around the block about 3 times. Those were long blocks, too. And then finally I got in, and we went over good. So that gave us comfort in knowing that we really had a package, even though we didn't have nobody to back us out.
I come back to Los Angeles, went to Dimension Pictures. They picked it up and made a monstrous trailer for the movie.
If you crave satisfaction, this is the place to find that action. Coming to this theater as this next attraction is the picture that will put you in traction. Dolemite, starring me, Rudy Ray Moore, as Dolemite, and that bad D'Urville Martin as Willie Green. Dolemite, Dolemite.
It played its first engagement Memorial Day, 1975, at the Woods Theater, to lines 7 deep.
And the show was supposed to close, but that man there was making so much money, he didn't close the show. Till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, we was showing that.
And stepped out the Cadillac. Our feet didn't even touch the ground. I remember just glowing inside. The people had us moving inside with us.
I walked up and down the streets and cracked jokes to the people that stood in line, thanking them for coming out to see my screen performance.
Since you wanted my love, I'm gonna give you a thing you'll never forget.
There was a man that wrote an article on me, said despite Dolemite being possibly the blockbuster of the season, it is coarse, rude, and vulgar, and isn't fit for a blind dog to see. Put that in the Chicago Defender, and the people said, we're going to see just how vulgar this man is.
I'm waiting for Dolemite.
For who? Dolemite, mother.
Dolemite, I actually went and saw because friends said to me, you got to see this movie. And I did. And I've always appreciated Rudy Ray Moore, mainly because he really was an independent filmmaker.
The picture only run $90,000 to make. It played against films that costed $3 to $5 million, outgrossing them.
You take care of the business, I take care of the heat.
But Rudy Ray Moore belongs in that, you know, Melvin Van Peebles, Rudy Ray Moore, all these guys actually going out and hustling up their own money and making their own movie, you know, outside of the mainstream.
Dolemite got a powerful name.
Powerful name.
That's like dynamite.
Dynamite.
He's on fire.
On fire.
I didn't know him until around '86. I went and rented a video called Dolemite.
1998, Dolemite, after 25 years, was played in Montreal, Canada. Lines lined up for 3 blocks to see a 26-year-old picture.
Rudy Ray Moore has his own humor, his own brand of comedy. I think he makes fun of the situation in our society, the black situation, the black experience.
So after that, it was just kind of up the hill, you know. That was a success. Then we went on and did the next one.
Shaped a lot of black men, including myself, with his strength and his ability just to show us how we are and sometimes how funny it is.
And true as a new. Damn, baby,
I got some shit we can do better than this.
Beautiful. That's the way.
And I watched that shit about 300 times in my mama's house.
Is that right?
1987, I think.
The human tornado.
That was the shit.
He made me do it.
Bitch, are you for real?
And then jumped down the hill butt ass naked. It showed the whole world that it was him. Oh, y'all didn't think it was me, huh?
So y'all don't believe I jumped, huh? So watch this good shit.
Boy, you was a bad motherfucker, man. You was doing tricks with cameras before cameras even had tricks.
These are some of the maddest movies of all time, but as a black actor, he's the greatest.
I'll stop this long-haired, sea-sapping, dilapidated sheriff now, cause he just wanna follow me anyhow. He think he's bad and ain't got no class. I'm gonna wrap this shotgun up his motherfucking ass.
Before Shaft kicked somebody's ass, Dolemite whooped him.
He turned out to be the hero of the film, and he did all this crazy karate, and they would talk like the lip sync was always off, and the clothes was all crazy, and he would jump up there.
Them wasn't ladies. Ladies got on the dress, show up at the job, in their little suit, sit at the desk. The kids, and these was bitches. Hot, wood, hot, motherfucker. Bitches.
Hold it, Dolemite. Let me have it.
We did not have a lot of money, so we had to do our own effects ourselves. That scene, I had pictures on the wall where you pull them and they'd slide up and down. I had the lights hooked up as to where they'd go off and on. I tied ropes to all four poles on the bed and had a man down on his knees out of the camera angle pulling this rope, and another on the other end pulling it and shaking the bed and shaking the bed. The ceiling would break down and fall over the bed by wiring the ceiling with an extra ceiling.
Where have a lady hiding my girl?
Your career is over, stud!
This motherfucker think I'm dead. But he don't know I am the human tornado.
I think the word black exploitation is crude. The Godfather, is that Italian exploitation? Nobody never says that. But it features an Italian theme. Now they made motion pictures that were Westerns, that the Indian was always the loser. Was that Indian exploitation?
Hey, why them people up there is having a party?
God damn, Chester, them ain't no people. Them's niggas.
Well, by God, you're right, Ma, them
What we have went through in the film industry of seeing ourselves kicked in the ass in the film, so many of them, instead of them kicking me in the ass, I start kicking them in the ass.
I got money. A lot of money. Here in this bag. You can take it. Take all you want. Only, let me get the fuck out of here.
please. Beg, little puppy, you like a big dog.
And it was done primarily in those years for a black audience, although the white audiences are turned on to them now.
And the Rudy Ray Moore movies, as you know, have become cult films, almost like the martial arts films of the 60s and 70s from Hong Kong, because they're so unique. They're his vision.
And if you don't die, you're gonna wish the hell you had.
I had a rat eat the man's nuts out once.
Oh, he's ruthless. He's funny.
Where is that son of a bitch, Dolemite? Where is it?
I tell all young people today, you don't have to spend a fortune to make your picture if you got the right ingredients in it. The people were proud to see a black man come out with a film where he wasn't getting his ass kicked, so it worked for me.
This right here is, look at the gangster, man. Look at that. Look at that look. Petey Wheatstraw.
Just let me get the hell out of here!
Your name will be Petey Wheatstraw.
Petey Wheatstraw is the shit, though.
Petey Wheatstraw?
The devil's son-in-law?
Yeah.
Petey Wheatstraw, the devil's son-in-law.
I knew it. Petey, I told you it wasn't gonna work.
Oh, my apartment must be a wreck. Petey, maybe you should have married her.
Nell, you got to be sick.
Petey Wheatstraw, the devil's son-in-law. That was my third venue of making films.
You got to be sick. How in the hell can I give you a son?
By simply marrying my daughter.
Petey Wheatstraw is an old folklore title. The man used the name in the 1930s. He called himself as a blues singer, Petey Wheatstraw, the devil's son-in-law. So I come up and wrote a monologue on that and put it on one of my records, Petey Wheatstraw, the devil's son-in-law.
Yes, I'm Petey Wheatstraw, the devil's son-in-law, the high sheriff of hell. I went with notorious Fanny and even made love to old Lullaby. I'm not here to brag, nor here to boast. I can sit on a tombstone and produce baby ghosts.
It had some of the mystic stuff in it. Where I used a cane to make things change.
Reality supremely, get on! Down there where we live, baby!
Make draws come off of people.
How did you make them do that?
Turn them into dogs and so forth and so on.
He's a dog. He's a damn dog. Just turn him into a little black puppy.
That wish will be granted.
How did you do that?
I got the power, Mama. That's how I got the power.
So it was a great venue for me, and it still lives today.
Can't give Dolemite an Oscar. Maybe we should give him like a Johnson or a Jones.
The next picture was the Disco Godfather.
It is showtime. Are you ready? Are you ready over there? Are you ready over there? Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet and greet the Disco Godfather.
Is a godfather of the disco.
don't give no slack. We'll boogie all around you. Don't take no shit.
Avenging Disco Godfather, that's pretty hot. He's got like his crazy angel dust flashbacks.
Drive down the court. Brings two cats out. You lazy this?
And believe me, I speak from experience. If it hadn't been for Dr. Fred here, who caught me before it was too late, I could be here to tell you what hell can go through. So please leave it alone. If you haven't started, don't.
Thank you so much, Michelle Stewart, for her very personal experience with angel dust.
The Disco Godfather is a film that I was influenced to do it by one of the friends of mine that worked with me in pictures, and I have went all of these years without another film because all of the people that were working with me in pictures at that time, they did not want to reinvest in me because I filmed The Disco Godfather, which was not a great seller. It's selling better today than it sold when it first came out.
The Disco Godfather threw me off, man.
The drug use themes was what killed it. We were talking about and preaching and trying to curb the people's behavior and so forth, and it was not liked. Drug film like that had a great message, but people are not coming to the theater to be converted. They come to the theaters to enjoy the movie. And this is what I'm about as a filmmaker. Excuse me, man.
All the kids in the neighborhood that wanted to be in a movie, hey, he reached back and got them.
Looks like we all been invited to the party.
And naturally being a sidekick of his, hey, he brought me on in there. I didn't have to have no resume or a whole lot of photographs or whatever. He did it the plain and kind and gentle way.
He co-starred me in his first film.
I work for nobody but the Lord because he said, blessed are the pure in heart. Amen.
I never thought that I would have a friend who talked like Rudy Ray Moore. See, because I'm a gentleman.
James Ingram, he appears in the first movie, Dolemite, come out to be a great singing star. Marie Carter, she made up my film the first job that she had as a makeup artist. The late DeVille Martin, he hadn't directed films, but he directed Dolemite. Jerry Jones.
He gave me my first break to do his first movie.
So it's all right, huh? What do you know about the Fourth Ward, Dolemite?
Nothing.
How about some very classy young girls that knows a lot about karate?
Come in. Where's Cavalier? Where is he?
All right, everybody, listen. Now, the sheriff is coming. He's got a lot of men with him.
Ernie Hudson, another great actor of today. The first movie with Jimmy Lynch is The Human Tornado.
I travel this world. I travel all around.
I saw this young man on stage in the California Club. I looked at his greatness and felt he needed a break.
What kind of shit is this?
So he's been tagging along with me all of those years.
Jimmy Lynch and Mary Love, I want to thank y'all so much for coming out to be with me tonight.
Dolemite, brother, we wouldn't have missed it for the world. Dolemite was a rapper, long before they called it rapping.
When we get off from work at the Brasserie at 2 o'clock in the morning, Rudy would be rapping down there on Central Avenue at Dolphins of Hollywood, and everybody be crowding around the window looking at Rudy Ray Moore rap. So he the king of the raps. He put the R in rap.
When I recorded such tales as The Signifying Monkey, Shining the Great Titanic, and Dolemite, it had that rapping flavor to it, and it had the explicit language, which a lot of people want to refer to it as four-letter words, but I call it ghetto expressions in a form of art.
I know for me, you've always inspired me, but in terms of that young generation, you know, vibing into Rudy Ray Moore.
Well, the things that I was doing were sort of now and fresh for them. In other words, I did The Signifying Monkey, and it was set to rap music during that period.
Signifying Monkey, I remember really being struck by that because it was so African, you know. It was like, listen to this.
We used to listen to his records and everything, like way down in the jungle deep.
The lion stepped on the signifying monkey's feet. The monkey said, motherfucker, can't you see?
You done stepped on my goddamn feet.
The monkey lived in the jungle in an old oak tree. Bullshitting the lion every day in the week.
The lion said, I ain't heard a word you said. Say 2 more and I go upside your motherfucking head.
Every day before the sun go down, that lion would kick his ass all through the jungle top.
The monkey said, that's all right, because you're going to meet up with a bad motherfucker later on in that.
I need somebody that you don't know. He just broke a loose from Ringland Brothers Show. Said he talked about your people in a hell of a way.
I talked about your uncle till my motherfucking hair turned gray. I screwed your mother, your aunt, and your niece. Even had a nerve to ask your grandma for a piece.
The Signifying Monkey is probably the strongest tale that I tell in person, plus Shining the Great Titanic, an old folklore tale. They've been around 50 years. As I say, told by the beer joint and liquor store wise men.
Wasn't it sad when the great Titanic died? There was people of all races and all different kinds. But there was one black motherfucker on the deck that they called Shine. He wore sweet water breeches and broke-ass shoes. You know that motherfucker used to sit around all day just to sing the blues.
He's the Ice Cube of the of the 70s. He's Ice-T.
When I first started rapping and swearing and cursing on records, people were like, acted like I made it up. I'm like, nah, there's other brothers that were far in the future before me that made it up. I'm just trying to carry on the tradition.
Beastie Boys, Longtime, Rudy Ray Moore, Dolemite fans. Pretty much we became completely Dolemite influenced and inspired.
I mean, he's been doing this shit for years, right? And like I've been studying his little style. I could take his whole style and just flip the whole shit.
Dolemite is just definitely, he was in one of our videos called In the Ghetto.
While you jive turkeys, I'll knock you through Sunday and be waiting for you on Monday. You're too young to have seen the sights of Esther Manning and happy about Dolemite.
You have to know the fly, the pussy maker, the big bitch breaker. Well, all right, it's Dolemite, the legend. You motherfuckers better know.
Man, I seen him as just that, the Godfather, you know what I'm saying? Still out here kicking it in 2000, keeping it real, just like in 73, 74, all that, you know what I'm saying? Just like that, man. That is just a living legend, man, bottom line.
The rappers, they've picked parts from my party records and dubbed them into their rap. Dr. Dre, the Chronic album, Big Daddy Kane, A Taste of Chocolate, the Two Live Crew, many albums, 31 times they sampled me. I've been sampled now 80 times off of my records.
All that just stuck in my head, tripping on how much he influenced everything and just how his recreation keep coming around. We can't get away from it because that's our roots.
Busta Rhymes, he had me in an album called When Disaster Strikes. a great album. The late, great Eazy-E was my very dear friend. Anytime he gives something, he wanted Dolemite there.
You did a song with Dolemite.
It's called Merry Motherfucking Christmas. It was kind of cool.
And another one of the great rappers was Too Short. Too Short invited me out one time. He said, I want you to come out and introduce me on my final performance. He called himself retiring, but he didn't retire. I worked with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre had me in the Snoop Dogg video.
He should have came along today. He Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Without Rudy Ray Moore, would be no Snoop Dogg. That's real.
I appear on his album before his last one called Top Dog, No Limit. I think the young man, no doubt about it, is one of the truly great rappers of our time.
We're just sitting here live, you know, percolating with the man, the myth, the legend, my uncle, Rudy Ray Moore, also my nephew, Nate Dogg, and we doing this DPG, Rudy Ray Moore thing, you know, giving a special shout out, a tribute to the greatest of all time. Like I said, without him, there wouldn't be no rap community. He was through with it before we knew what to do with it. And we're gonna continue to push this real and keep it going on and taking it to the next level and letting the younger generation know what he means to this industry and what he means to this, you know, community that we call rap, and how we should cherish every moment that we spend with the great Rudy Ray Moore.
I can remember talking about Rudy. I said Rudy could adjust to any crowd, meaning that if a crowd wanted XXX material, then Rudy could give it to him XXX. In fact, he'd probably add an extra couple of more X's in there.
I first got introduced to Rudy Ray Moore actually through Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor is a fan of his. Richard likes his work.
I think that Rudy gave Eddie Murphy and a lot of those comedians, yeah. I think he gave them courage.
Eddie Murphy has Rudy Ray Moore parties. We stay up all night watching all of Rudy's films. And Eddie is insane for Rudy Ray Moore.
What makes him so funny?
He's just a comedian. He's funny.
He don't give a shit. He don't give a shit. Yeah, but that's what makes him so funny. But not all comedians are funny.
Because he tells the truth.
Well,
He's
that's
more
another
young.
thing. You know what makes him so funny? He don't give a shit. Dolemite put it out there.
I even took some pussy from a deaf and dumb girl. Broke all her fingers so she couldn't tell nobody. My mother, you know, she brought me up in Sunday school, and Easter and Mother's Day I would go out and she'd get a poem ready for me, and I would recite this poem, and people would say he's going to be a preacher.
Dolemite is my name, and rapping and tapping is my game. I'm the one that killed Monday and whooped Tuesday and put Wiz in the hospital. Called up Thursday to tell Friday not to burst Saturday on Sunday. Stuck my finger in the ground and turned the whole world around. Him went up in a jug and beat the hell out of him with a club. I took today and brought back yesterday. Took the 4th of July and put it in June and made leap year jump over the moon. Mules has kicked me. They didn't bruise my hide. The rattlesnakes bit me. They just crawled off and died. I picked up the rock that killed the giant Goliath and whooped Nero's ass for setting Rome on fire. I ain't lying, baby. Y'all know, y'all have seen me and heard me rap with Big Daddy Kane, 2 Live Crew, Eazy-E, and you heard me do these nuts on Dr. Dre's album. But let me tell you, all those young men are rapping good. But when it comes down to rapping, I was through with it before they learned what to do with it. Yes, I'm the godfather of rap, and the king of the party records. And I'd like to leave you with this. I've been known to rise up, but I'll cool down later. I'm the bad motor scooter. I'm the human tornado. Dolemite is my name, and I'm out of this mother.
What are you going to do and where do you go from here, Dolemite?
I returned to singing because, let me tell you, singing was always in my blood. I sung many years ago. I made 50 different songs, and today they're out on an album produced by Norton Records in New York. I did a concert from the album at Wetlands in New York.
I'm going up on the mountain to face the rising sun. Find me some good cock bitches and have myself some fun. Cause I'm the Holly Dolly Papa. And I love the coffee grind real slow.
This was a major performance for me. After 30-odd years of not singing, I come back on the stage. Although I am great, I'm not conceited of my greatness, I'm merely convinced.
My gal has got something, and she keeps it hid. I got a great big dick that I can find it with, cause I'm the Holly Golly Papa. Say that, sir, say that. And I love the coffee grind real slow. Yes, she used to be yours, but she won't be yours anymore, or anymore. 4 and 1 is 5, 5 and 5 is 10. I'm a bad motherfucker. Once I get this big dick in from and I love the f***ing grind real slow. Yes, she used to be yours.
Now, I have a new album called Rudy Ray Moore is the Soul Singer. I sing many great soul songs in it, and it is going to be a knockout.
Yeah, I want to see some new Dolemite.
Hey, you motherfuckers, I'm out here with Dolemite 2000 on the set down in Southern LA downtown. Call the motherfuckers down there tonight.
So I'm just now coming back with the return of Dolemite 2002, which is a bad mammy jammy.
Action. All right, you motherfuckers ain't got enough. I'm gonna have to drink my voodoo potion number 10 on your motherfucking ass.
Dolemite 2002 is a vehicle that has me coming from Africa after 25 years with 2 sons that I fathered over there. And I was invited to come back by my sister, who said, Dolemite, you know, you used to keep the community straight when you were here, and it is a mess. Now, why don't you come home? So I come back to the United States, and there I kick ass and take names for anybody that is corrupt.
You wanna play, motherfuckers? Come on! Come on with it!
I'd hang a foot up their ass if they're not straight. And I got the martial arts scenes in it.
I got something for your ass, motherfucker!
Where the director of martial arts from New York come and did a great fight scene for me.
That's an honor to really work with him. That's a living legend in the game, you know what I'm saying? I just know whatever we sit down and vibe with is gonna be off the hook because it's natural, you know what I'm saying? The vibe I got is just natural fun, and when it's like that, we gonna come up with some smash ideas, you know?
We have a lot of young guys that I knew that I was the cause to get in this picture, and they are from the real school, and when I say the real school, I mean the Bloods and the Crips. I find that's one good way to get the kids off the street, to stop them from killing and fighting, to put them into something more positive. And stuff like this is what they need to be doing.
This is me, Rudy Ray Moore, Dolemite. And I'm gonna let them know that Dolemite is back on the scene.
Rudy Ray Moore is still surviving and still carrying on and still a very important influence in our business.
I'm here to clear all doubts. I'm here to tell you what good f***ing is all about. Ladies, f***ing is not a game, it's an art. When you do it, girls, you gotta do it with all your heart. Right. Ladies, you don't have to be down under. Make your man think he's been struck by lightning and moved by thunder. And when your pussy begin to pop, young man, can you make a pussy pop?
Oh yeah, every day.
You gotta have dick to make a pussy pop, baby. You get a... You ought to be locked up, baby. But in my room, I'll eat your drawers off of you. Somebody looked at me and said, Rudy, you done got a little old. I said, yeah, I may be too goddamn old to cut the mustard, but I can damn sure lick out the jar. I like women with a lot of ass, mama. Now this is what I call a lot of ass, baby. You got the same damn thing the little skinny ones got, but a damn sight more of it. If this place would catch on fire and they'd tell everybody to haul ass, you'd have to make 10 trips. I said, men sell your dicks. If you can't sell them, leave them hanging. Did I get a right on for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Oh. You sure you can sell it? You can't even give it away, let alone sell it. I don't know, that lady may buy some. Well, uncross your legs, you're choking yourself. A woman's legs is her best friend, but sometimes best friends have got a point. Can I get a right on that, fellas? Right on! I'll eat your drawers off of you. And then when I get through, I'll say, I don't believe I ate the whole thing. I would be willing to bet that your pussy tastes good as grape Kool-Aid. I ain't lying, but eating ain't cheap. No one knows where the nose goes when the nose is closed. You got a dangerous looking tongue too, brother. I bet you can wreck a piece of pussy. Eat all the lining out of it. Tyson ain't got shit on you, have you? You don't get on the pussy and go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You learn how to stand up in the pussy. Back up off of it. And shake your ass and stroke. Make your nuts hit an ass with each stroke. Be like them white fellas. Y'all can nut pussy to death. Can't you?
Yeah, right on.
I know I'd get it right on her. You brothers got to learn how to do that. Them white fellas get on the pussy. Whop, 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 whop. Them long nuts. That's all they got, 100 pounds of nuts and no dicks. You know, this young lady was in the room with her boyfriend, you know. Baby, he know he had done a job. He backed up off the pussy and looked at her. Said, bitch, I know this dick is good. She says, no, motherfucker, your dick ain't no goddamn good. Said, I want you to get up out this bed, that's what he told her, and go and fix me some food. She went in the kitchen and brought him a carrot and a head of lettuce. He said, bitch, why you bring me this carrot and a head of lettuce? She says, motherfucker, you fuck like a rabbit, you might as well eat like one. I met a young lady in a club like this the other night. She says, Rudy, I want you to go home with me. I said, baby, I don't go home with no women. I take them to motels. She said, Daddy, we can save that $20. I said, bitch, you can't get a room in Motel 6 for $20. So I decided to go home with her. She said, honey, I ain't got no husband. Come on home with me. I went home with her, got in the bed and started wailing on that pussy. 5 minutes later, I heard. I said, bitch, who in the f*** is that? She said, that's my husband, Hyde. I said, bitch, how in the hell is anybody gonna hide in one room? She said, jump out the window. I said, look here, woman, we on the 13th floor. She said, motherfucker, this ain't time to be superstitious, jump. I know damn well I wasn't jumping. I put my black ass up over the front door, nuts hanging down, ass out. This ugly motherfucker bust through the door hollering, bitch, what you been doing? She said, nothing, Daddy. He saw my nuts hanging down over the door, said, bitch, what the fuck is that? She said, Daddy, I went to Sears and I bought me some doorbells. He said, doorbells, and I'm gonna see if I can make these motherfuckers ring. This son of a bitch went in the closet and got a baseball bat and drew back at my nuts, and I looked down and said, ding dong, motherfucker, ding dong.
I would consider him like the king of black exploitation.
The Godfather himself.
Smack a bitch and stick a foot in the nigga's face.
Dolemite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game.
I would like to say to all of the young people out here that want to get a break in show business, never let your relatives and folks say that you ain't gonna be nothing, going out and get you a job. Don't go for that. If you think you got talent, I want you to develop that talent. Reach out for the moon. If you miss it, cling to a star. Because there's a lot of stars out there in the universe. And brothers and sisters, if you do that, someday, somehow, your day will arrive. This is me talking to you, the bad, bad Dolemite.
Pigeon-toed, cross-eyed, bow-legged son of a gun for messing with me. I've been known to rise up, but I'll cool down later. I'm the bad motor scooter, I'm the human tornado.
I am the king